The crystalline halls of the Galactic Council chamber stretched 3 kilometers in every direction, a monument to 10,000 years of peaceful governance. Today, those halls would witness something unprecedented. Ambassador Aliana Chen stood before the assembled representatives of 47 star systems, her black diplomatic uniform a stark contrast against the iridescent walls. Behind her, Captain Leo Martinez of the Earth Defense Force remained at attention, his hand resting on the ceremonial sidearm that suddenly felt far less ceremonial. The human delegation requests the floor. Aliana's voice cut through the chamber's ambient hum. High Chancellor Vexter, a being of pure energy contained within a geometric lattice, pulsed with what might have been amusement. Ambassador Chen, your species has held council membership for merely 15 cycles. The matter of the Krell border dispute requires the Krell, Eliana interrupted, her words precise as surgical strikes, have annihilated the human colony on Proxima Tertia. 300,000 civilians, men, women, children, erased in an afternoon. The chamber erupted in a cacophony of translated languages. The Krell representative, a towering creature of chitin and cold calculation, clicked its mandibles dismissively. The planet fell within our historical territorial claims. The presence of human settlements was ... regrettable. Leo felt his jaw clench. Regrettable, as if Rebecca and the kids were a minor accounting error. Aliana pulled a data chip from her uniform and held it aloft. I have here the final transmission from Proxima. Shall I play it for the council, so you can all hear how regrettable it sounds when a mother tries to shield her daughter from orbital bombardment? Ambassador Vexter's tone carried a warning shimmer. The council does not operate on emotion. There are procedures, mediation, protocols, procedures. Aliana's laugh was sharp enough to cut hyperspace. For 3 months, we've followed your procedures. We've submitted forms. We've attended mediation sessions. We've watched the Krell representatives sit in that very seat and lie through his teeth about navigational errors and defensive responses to perceived threats. She descended the diplomatic platform, her boots echoing in the sudden silence. Leo had seen that walk before, the measured stride of someone who'd made a decision that couldn't be unmade. Humanity is young to the stars, Aliana continued, circling the central floor where representatives from across the galaxy watched with varying expressions of concern, curiosity, or disdain. We've been traveling beyond our solar system for only 60 years. You've all made it abundantly clear that we're the newcomers, the primitives, the species that still resolves conflicts with violence. The Krell representative clicked agreement. Your words condemn your own nature, human. Aliana stopped walking. When she turned, Leo saw something in her eyes that he'd only witnessed once before, during the defense of Mars Station, when she'd been a young lieutenant ordering the detonation of an entire sector to stop the automated plague. You're absolutely right, she said softly. We are a violent species. Do you know what we did before we reached the stars? We fought each other for 10,000 years. We perfected warfare while you were perfecting bureaucracy. We learned every possible way to kill, to survive, to win against impossible odds, not against aliens, but against ourselves. She activated the data chip. Holographic images materialized throughout the chamber. Human history in brutal clarity, ancient battles, world wars, nuclear fire, and then the rebuilding, the unity, the determination. We thought joining the council meant we'd left that behind, Aliana said. We thought civilization meant something out here. We were wrong. Vexter pulsed with urgency. Ambassador, I must warn you against precipitous action. The warning is not for us, Chancellor. Aliana's voice dropped to a whisper that somehow carried to every corner of the vast chamber. It's for them. She turned to face the Krell representative directly. Leo's hand tightened on his sidearm. The United Earth government has reviewed the Council's response to the Proxima Tertius massacre. We find it insufficient. Therefore, as of 0800 Galactic Standard Time, Earth formally declares a state of war against the Krell Dominion. The chamber exploded in protest. A dozen species shouted simultaneously, their translators creating a wall of objection. The Krell representative rose to full height, 3 meters of armored threat. You're insane, it hissed. We command 600 warships. We've held territory for millennia. You have ... what? A handful of primitive vessels. Your entire species. Aliana smiled. It was not a pleasant expression. Captain Martinez, she said calmly, please show them what a handful of primitive vessels can do. Leo activated his wrist display. Throughout the chamber, new holographic images appeared, real-time feeds from across Krell space. Human ships, sleek and dark as Earth's oceans, emerging from jump points near every major Krell installation. Not 600 ships, 6,000, how the Krell representative stammered. This is impossible. Our intelligence, your intelligence, Aliana interrupted, was very interested in our shipyards near Jupiter and Saturn. You never thought to look past Neptune. Humanity learned long ago when you're the underdog, you keep your cards hidden until it's time to show your hand. She walked toward the exit, Leo falling into step beside her. The Council may consider this a violation of protocol, she said over her shoulder. You may sanction us, condemn us, even attempt to intervene, but understand this. Humanity tried peace. We tried your way, now we'll try ours. The Krell Dominion has 72 hours to surrender unconditionally, or we will dismantle their empire system by system. This is madness. Vexter Eslatus flickered with distress. War hasn't occurred in Council space for 3,000 years. Aliana paused at the threshold. Then I guess you'd all forgotten what it looks like when someone actually has the spine to say enough is enough. As the doors sealed behind them, Leo allowed himself a small grin. Think they'll surrender? Within 48 hours, Aliana replied. Bullies always do once someone punches back. Behind them, in the crystalline chamber, 46 species sat in stunned silence, watching holographic displays of human warships that shouldn't exist, carrying weapons designed by a species that had been considered barely civilized. The Krell representative slowly sank back into its seat, mandibles clicking in a rhythm that translated to one word: negotiate.